Hey guys, it's Tinker Taylor here today, and I'm bringing you this fun build. I absolutely loved doing this. So if you don't know who frshpic is, this is frshpic's brutal birthday shell challenge. Um, uh, frshpic is a wonderful streamer over on Twitch. He does have an Instagram, but does he ever go on it? No. I think he said he wanted to share this build to Instagram, and then I checked to see if he did, and he hadn't. So yeah. But no, he's an amazing streamer. He spends so much time in his builds, and they're so detailed and they're beautiful. And he's really fun to hang out with. So he's a fellow Aussie like I am. And he just gets very distracted on stream. It's great. It's absolutely fantastic because you'll be sitting there and he'll be building, and then suddenly someone will mention something and he's off on a tangent, just all the time. But he's brilliant, and I love it. I love his tangents, and I love, just going off on them. It's really, yeah, it's really quite interesting to there's just a lot of things. I learn a lot of things about random stuff, and it's great. I absolutely love Fresh. He's amazing, and yeah, you all should definitely check Fresh out. Because yeah, like I said, he's amazing, and yeah, this is his shell. So he did it for getting, I think, 800 followers on Twitch. And he said his birthday is this month, so this is his brutal birthday shell. And I obviously had to go and do it, and I love how this turned out. Sometimes I do shells and I'm not really pleased or happy with them, or I'm very confused at what I did, or I did another shell for someone who did, it was a castle build, and I just got so overwhelmed and I just could not figure it out, and it was really frustrating. But this one I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think I even do some landscaping. Like, I don't think it's that special or brilliant or anything like that, but it's definitely a lot different to what I normally do, I guess, which is nothing. But then I've also started doing a very similar build for this one, but I am using CC with it. I recently downloaded CC, and I love it. I think it's fantastic. I was always like, no, I'm never gonna use it because I don't want to have people not being able to download my builds, and it's such a hassle, and this and that. And I love it. I think it's fantastic now. I should have done it way earlier. Yeah, it's brilliant. So expect some CC builds from me in the future. In a couple of months' time. There's some other stuff I'm having to do first. But yes, I'm very excited to, because I couldn't use CC with this shell, but I really wanted to use it with just builds in the future, and so that's what I have done, and I'm very excited to do that. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I've been messing around with it. I've got very overwhelmed by it. I see people use it and it's just so easy for them to use it, but then I don't know what I'm doing and it's very stressful, but I think I'll get there. I think I'm gonna slowly but surely become more comfortable with what I'm doing. It's a lot. I think I mentioned in the previous build video, sorry, that I started to watch Bohana Sims and Honeybella Sims, or Honeybella, sorry, because somebody recommended them to me. I believe their name is Andretti3000 on YouTube. They've also inspired me to do a build, which is probably going to be towards the end of this month that I'm going to be sharing that build. Because it's not finished yet and I need to finish it. But I'm trying to do that build without CC, and they did it with CC and it looks amazing. I mean, all of their builds look amazing. So yeah, I definitely think I'm gonna delve into the CC. I was so adamantly against it, and now I'm just like, you know what, let's do it. I'm so excited. So yeah, expect CC in the future. It's not gonna be everything. Like I said, I've got this month and next month where I've got everything all kind of planned out and not having CC with it. But I will be doing some CC builds. I've been thinking about doing some builds that are like CC versus no CC. So like I'll do 2 builds that are pretty much the same. And then yeah, do, like I said, do one with CC, do one without, and just try and test myself. So yeah, I don't know. It'll be fun. It'll be interesting. I definitely think CC will help my builds look immensely better, but I also need to work on getting better myself, I guess. Because I don't always have the best ideas and plans, but I don't know. I think it's fun and interesting to try and do these sorts of things. But I don't want to just solely rely on CC. I definitely want to improve on my own. Which is why, like, for example, I'm doing a shell challenge for landscaping, so I can pull it apart and see what everyone does for landscaping. And yeah, I'm really excited for that because, well, it's something interesting. Not many people do not many people do landscaping challenges, and I absolutely want to do that, and I absolutely want to see how everyone does it, especially Tattooed Simmer. If you don't know who Tattooed Simmer is, she is amazing. She's also a streamer, and she's so good at landscaping. She loves to do the things that a lot of people don't like to do, but she doesn't like to do the things that other people seem to like. So she's really good at landscaping and roofing. Like those, I mean, to be fair, she's really good at building in general. Like she's just really, really, really good. Same as Fresh. Same as a lot of other people. But yeah, she's really good at landscaping, so I'm hoping she does the challenge. Tat, if you're listening, no stress, you don't have to if you don't want to. But regardless, I'd love to pull apart Tat's builds and her what do you call them? Yeah, her, like all of her landscaping because she's just so good at it. But you know, she's had so many more hours than I have, which is understandable as to why she's amazing at what she does. It's the dedication, it's the working hard and trying hard and thinking of new things and putting all the effort in. And sometimes I don't do that, and it's totally understandable as to why other people are so much better. They put more effort in and they have so much more experience and time and natural talent. So these are just things that I want to build upon in my future. And even just doing things like this, like I go and make a wall out of these, I think they're called bezels, I'm not sure. But I just go and make walls out of these so that there's just a bit of texture there instead of having a flat wall. And I like, while I don't think that's the most amazing thing I could have done in the world, I definitely think it's a step up from just leaving it as a blank wall. One thing I really wish is that we didn't have, I don't even know what you call it, the bit on the top of the wall. Like when you build a normal height wall, like not a half wall, it doesn't have that little ledge on the top, and I would really love it if they could make either a really skinny ledge that is the same width as the wall, or just not have one at all. Like I'd prefer a really, really tiny one so that I can change the color of it, but I don't like having it in the way. It sticks out and it's just not it's not pleasant, and I don't know how to fix that. And it's very frustrating because I don't like it and I would love for it to not be there. But I don't think it's that big of a problem. Yeah, I've done this in a couple of builds. So I did a gym build as my last build of the year, and I did this sort of wall thing, where I stacked all the bezels up together, and I really liked it, so kind of kept it like that. But I really didn't. I don't like the I can't even remember what I just called it. The platform you get on top of the ledge. I don't like the ledge being on top. Um, it just doesn't sit well with me. It doesn't feel nice like that. But you know, I think I did okay. Um, I love this bathroom. I absolutely love it. I think it's absolutely brilliant. Um, it's just so simple, so plain. But that's kind of what I was doing for the whole build. A lot of people will do very like cluttered builds and whatnot, and I just don't want to do that. I kind of just want to keep it as is, and I like it as is. So yeah, I don't know. I just wanted this build to be really moody and dark and like, you're out looking at, like, if you're here, you're probably going on these adventures and looking at these really beautiful places, and I just wanted to make it a bit different. I wanted to make it a bit more moody and dark, as I said before. Like, it's you can't really, I don't know, I just wanted it to feel like you're probably, like I said, like I'm losing my train of thought because I'm just watching it. But you're probably, out adventuring and looking at all of the fun, colorful things that are out there. But I wanted it just to be very simple, I guess. And very, very moody. I keep saying moody, but like I wanted it to be very dark. I wanted it to be very moody and sort of like a palette cleanser for the eyes, because you're probably, like I said before, looking at really bright, colorful, funky, fun things, and I wanted to try and bring that down quite a lot and make it really moody. I keep saying that, but that's really just what I was looking for, and I feel pretty happy with it. I mean, it's nothing fancy or special, but it's definitely different. Also, I forgot to furnish one of these little side rooms on camera, so I just put a little desk in, pretty much, a desk and a chair, because I completely forgot to finish on the screen. I do that a lot. Like I'd add, not a lot, but sometimes I'll forget to finish furnishing something and I do it off camera. I say on stream. I didn't stream this. I just meant off camera. Apologies. But yeah, I don't know. It was interesting to do this. I always forget how the game works too. I forget what button does what, and like today I was building on stream. I was actually building on stream, not pretending to build on, not saying I was building on stream when in reality I was just building on my own. But no, building on stream, and forgot how to make the roof. There's like a thing where you can make it extra big. I don't know if that makes any sense. Where you can make it, that doesn't make any sense because that's not what I'm trying to say at all. Where you can make it have more, I don't even know what they're called, nubbins, basically more control, so you can control the roof a bit more finely, and I forgot how to do that, and it was really frustrating because I couldn't figure it out, but eventually I did. Actually, no, I didn't. Eventually I gave up and moved on to something else because I couldn't do it anymore. I didn't want to do it anymore, and so I didn't. And yeah, that build I do a lot of great furnishing, landscaping on, um, which I'm very excited about because yeah, I'm just very excited about it. It was very it made me happy to do that build and do the furnishing. I keep saying furnishing, the landscaping. There's only very minimal furnishing in it because it doesn't need much furnishing. But yeah, the build, I'm really happy with this one. The landscaping, it probably could use improvement, but I'm not going to be too upset about it because it's more than doing nothing. Which I totally could have done and just left it blank, but I really wanted to fill it out and make it sort of really detailed, because I feel like landscaping lifts so much of the outside of your build. If you are doing like decent builds, but it just feels like you're missing something, probably the landscaping. At least it is for me. So if it's not for you, then I don't know what it could be, but for me, it's 1000%. Landscaping builds it up. And I feel like I'm getting better and better. What I did this time, not in this. So this one here, there's a pre-designed one, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word, but it's just a patch of a bunch of different plants all put together. And so I put that down and I sort of saw how it was done, and then I did that same build myself, the same plants, and I just put them around randomly myself. But for the build I did today, what I did instead was pull out all of the plants I wanted to use and made sure they all fit together because there was a few that actually didn't look nice together. And then just I went around and just randomly placed them everywhere and filled in all the gaps and whatever. I started with the grass, so I put all like the really, really low grass in. And then I went to the highest plants, so like trees and then ferns and things like that, and then I worked my way back down to the smaller plants. And again, I was just filling in all the gaps, so I'd randomly place all the big ones around, leaving spaces between them, and then I'd come in with the next smallest one and do that and just keep working all the way down, and I'm really impressed with how it turned out. For someone who was just randomly putting things in, just higgledy-piggledy, I feel like I did pretty good. I could have done a lot worse than what I did, and I could have done nothing instead. So I'm very, very proud of myself, and I got the build done in about 2 hours, which normally I'm a bit like, don't do it in 2 hours, like you need to spend more time on your builds, but it's done. I didn't want to fiddle with it, and I was really happy with it. So yeah, I don't know. I've tried to set goals for myself to do more than 2 hours on a build, and if I need to take breaks and go back to it, but it was done. I didn't really have anything else to add, so I didn't really, and I'm, yeah, like I said, happy with it. So yeah, like if you are happy with a build, don't fiddle with it, because every time I fiddle with it, I hate it more and more as I keep fiddling, and I should have left it as it was. And landscaping is beautiful. It definitely lifts up the build 1000%, and I should have done it more often. Yeah, that's really all I have for the advice on that. The rest of this build, I basically just put in a few bits and pieces. I don't really decorate it all too much. I just, yeah, add some finishing touches, some pillows everywhere, some coffee tables, and I think maybe a rug. Well, maybe. I wanted to keep this very simple, plain, stark, brutal. I was gonna add a bunch of plants and make it really green, but then I just didn't want to. And so yeah, pretty much I didn't. I just kept it as plain and simple as I could. Which I don't know if that's a great idea, but it's what I ended up doing. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know down below what you think of this build and if you would have done anything differently, or if you did this shell yourself. The shell's still live. I think it's towards the end of January that it closes. So if you still want to take part in it, you absolutely can. Normally when I do shells, I finish them and upload them kind of after they're due, because I have one that was like the shell closed ages ago and I still haven't shared it. But I am going to 1000% share it this month. So yeah, there's lots of shells being shared this month, because there's lots of people releasing them. So that's what I'm deciding to do this month, is to share the shells with you that I've done either this month or last month. And I'm very keen. Some of them I haven't, I say some of them, one of them I haven't done yet, but the rest I have done, and I'm very excited to share with you guys those shells. So there's a castle, a snow globe, a hide and seek shell. I think that's it for the shells, because I did share 2 already, I think. Well, this would be my second one, I think. And then I shared a shell of my own. So I think this month so far I've only shared shells, but the end of the month, the last build, will not be a shell. So yay for that. But I'm very keen and very excited to share some of those builds with you, and to get some of those actually finished. But I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye guys!